Hello and welcome. In this stream I will continue what I was doing before, which was creating the environment query test for the reachable by stamina point. Yeah, I will continue what I was doing. I now can finally delete that. Yeah, so we were using this environment query test pathfinding as an example on how to know some path is shorter or longer than the other. So that's what I'll be doing now, copying and pasting, more copying and pasting, and testing if everything is working out. In this case, it's not. So let me see. This is the constructor. This is my constructor. And this is probably using one of these includes. So might as well copy everything and then we can delete everything that we're not using. Yeah, and Rider makes it super easy to know which includes are not being used and which ones are. So it's very easy to clean up later. I'll also add this. And pathfinding run test. This is the main functionality that is actually doing most of the things, most of the stuff. And I'm going to copy and paste until get the description details. I'm doing this because I was sure, I'm not that sure anymore, but I should have copied those tests and also these functions. Yeah, and I do need to do a little bit of refactoring. Just changing the name. Will be good enough for most of the stuff here to compile. Okay, so now I do need to analyze the code and see which part exactly is doing the thing that I want to do, right? So the constructor gets the context, gets a cost, sets the valid item tab, which is a vector, that's fine. I do need a location. Test mode. This test mode is the thing that I don't really need. I I did copy it because there was a lot of code using the test mode, but in my case, I'm only interested in the path length. That's the only result I'm interested in. Path from context, probably, well, it's setting the default value to true, skip unreachable to true, float value mean, yeah, this is fine. Set work on float values, test modes, different if path exist. That's okay. Right, so running the test. This is the part that actually interests. Because depending on what's happening here, I will either decide to skip copying the other functionality, like test path from, test paths to, find path cost from. Probably I would only want this find path length from and length to. And well, find navigation data. That I mean, everything here seems like I should probably use it. Oh, and here we are defining a log text namespace. Let's not forget. Let's not forget to put it at the end here. Otherwise, I'll get compilation errors. Right. So let's see what's happening inside of my run test. Okay, so we get the query. That's easy enough. We get a bool value. We get a path from context, a skip and ritual. These are all the stuff that we have set up as, well, the default values here. But we're actually getting them from each, well, each item in the query, right? In this case, we're only getting it from the query owner at first. And we're setting the values here. Once passed, path to item, discard failed, min threshold, max threshold. That's fine. I think I will have use to everything that is here. Navigation systems is checking if it exists or not, and is checking that the query owner is not null. Otherwise, the run ends. We return without match done. Here we're checking the navigation data. Find navigation data. Do I have that? I should, right? Find navigation data. So yeah, so this find navigation data, I'm gonna search for the implementation of it, and I do need to copy and paste this in my CPP of my other class. It's good. Let's go back. Yeah, and this get current should exist in another class. Yes, it's handled by another class. I really don't need to worry too much about it. For instance, prepare context, context locations, pathfinding mode. Pathfinding mode is the regular mode. Share const nav query filter. Nav filter is this one. We're just setting a filter through the nav data and sending our query owner. If get work on float values, let's search where this is being used on the environment query test. So yeah, I don't really need to worry about it. Find path signature, bind a U object, and this is asking for either the path length. Well, it's asking for the test mode. If we're searching for the path length, then we are using this part. If we're not searching for the path length, then the other one. We're choosing to use the path cost. In my case, I don't really need this, or I don't really need this comparison because I only want the path length. So let's make a little change in my code. Test mode equals, yeah, this is a comparison. This is just like asking if. So let me just remove it. We can remove this other part because that's the else part of the comparison, right? The result if the question was false. So path to item, find path length to, and find path length to from. So those two I need right now. Those two length from, they don't exist, so might as well search for them. Here they are. Length to and from. Let's go back here and paste it on top of our find navigation data. Oops. Right, so let's continue. We only want the path length to. We search item location context. This is just iterating on all the results of my items. Path value. Find path function. Execute. Let me search in the other one, because because it's already complete, I can search very easily on the functions that already exist. Right, so this find path function, can I search for it? Oh, we have it defined on top. Item locations, we send everything that we need. We set the score with the path value, threshold value, and we discard and force the item state to fail if it's, well, discarded, or if the path value is too big. Big number. Path to item. This path to on path. Okay, there's an else here. Work on flow values, else, path item. What does this does? Oh, it's just it's just a flow. On path. Filters nav data. Yeah, it seems like the only validation was here to define if you wanted the cost or the length. Yeah, so far so good. Right, so here in the get description title, we don't really need this. Direction. From string. I will leave it like this for now. Don't want to delete things that I cannot undo. Let's keep on ritual. This is only needed because the mode can change, the test mode. So I don't need to worry about that. Post load. And again, if the path exists, this I'm using test path from. This I don't need. Oh, excuse me. I'm using this one. Find path length, right? It's being used here. Where is the test path to? Where is this being used? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine. This purpose is fine. Then I will delete everything regarding that test mode. Yeah. So this is being used first to check if there exists a path or not, right? You can save some time if you know if the path doesn't exist to later on calculate the length. And that's not what I wanted. No. Yeah, that's pretty much it on what I need to copy and paste. And I will try to leave it like this to know that it is working correctly. And then I will make the changes needed for my actual custom test. Let's compile it, and while it compiles, I'll make a quick tour to the bathroom. And of course, we have an error. Of course. Let's see. Error in an environment test pathfinding share engine name with, well, the same name. I mean, it's because of that. It's fine. It's fine because I was going to delete it anyway. Yeah, so let's get rid of the switching of test mode. Testing mode, we delete it, save everything. And then the cost to this. Also, I don't need it. The getNav filter class, let's see if it's being used by something. Okay, it is being used, so I probably do need it. And I could have probably created a child class and then try to override some stuff. Hmm, could have been. So let's remove everything that says test mode. And this does set work on float values. Path exists. If we are not testing, okay, let's just think about it. This is because there used to exist different test modes. If you wanted to test only if the path exists, and the test mode is different than that, this will be false, right? So if my test mode, which is the one that I want, is the length, then this probably should be false, right? Yeah, because my test mode will be pathfinding and should be the path length. So yeah, this should be false. Let's see where there's another error. Test mode, description title, mode desk. Oh, it's this one. Here I could probably just type um, let's just maintain the original code, right? Just so we know what we changed or what we deleted. Path length and here I only want the first value, which is the path length. Perfect. And it doesn't seem that that is being used for anything else. Let's save it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. Let's compile it. And when we test it in Unreal, it should have the same functionality as this test. Man, how many errors do I have? As these tests, but with the difference that only works for the path length. Okay, what happened here? Runtest member of may not be declared with DLL interface. Let me check. Let me check out that DLL so we can actually rewrite it and actually have our build. Okay, that's not it. That's not it. Just in case. Let's build it. Let's just rebuild the solution. If this doesn't fix it, then I need to start deleting some of the boilerplate code that comes with the test, which is not gonna be fun. Because as I said when we started this part, I'm not really an expert, far from it, on the environment query tests. And I can see red from the corner of my eye. Did it build? I don't know if it has already finished or not, but oh man. Yep. Yeah, so let's start copying and pasting more stuff. I do remember that here it was using this generated U-class body, so might as well use it too. Class minimal API, class minimal API. I don't know if this is being used, but oh wait. Where where am I now? Oh, that's the same. Yeah, I mean, I think deleting this part could make it compile. Let's see. Let's see if those two changes. Oh, ah, okay. So minimal API was not the move. Let's try again. Uh, Whenever you try stuff and don't succeed, might as well search it. Unreal Engine and C++. Maybe I move the C and include. Could it be this? I don't think that's the issue. But let's see. Let's see if it's something similar. I don't think it is. Let me just get rid of this. This. I'm guessing it's not finding it here in the AI module API, so that's why. it may be throwing an error. There it is. And another. Oh, cannot open include file. Oh, I probably copied something that I should not have copied. Like this. And let's test it now. Error bull. See one of my control S lift. An S. A wild S running around. Oh man. Pathfinding result, your navigation, pathfinding sync. Unresolved symbol. UQuery navigation filter. New pro filter class. Holy moly. Let me check the .h of the other test that I created that didn't give me this much issue. Virtual void. I mean, it's the same, right? It's the same. We run the test, and that's pretty much it. Look, I'll even remove the protected for you. Yeah, I wasn't hoping for much. Yeah, but if I paste back this AI module, I don't think I'm gonna get much success. Let's see. Yep, yep. Might as well learn something new. What does this macro do? course, it's only an issue on Windows. Of course, it is. Oh, it sent me to sent me to the documentation, but error loading. Okay. Okay. This could have been the winning answer, but was. Yeah, this is the stuff that's giving me issues. Whoops. The linker error, the linker error. Get rid of that. And let's get rid of this. Well, this is a localized text. Yeah. What what is it doing? I don't know. Uh, I mean, text localizations probably is gonna ask for the key and everything. Yeah, yep. I don't need it. Uh, Text. This. No. This is the only thing that I want to discard and Rachel. Huh? Ah, okay, okay. No, not working for you. Is this used? Yeah. Yeah, of course it's used. From string. There it is, finally. Now I'm back to the problem. The import private static class use the data is asset. I'm trying to access something that I shouldn't be able to access. Sorry about that. Hmm. I'm stumped. It's it's giving me an error for the pathfinding query. Pathfinding query, F navigation query, U navigation query filter. And well, the U navigation system B1. And this test path sync. Find path sync. Let me try searching this. It's the same error. See. Here it is. Model to your navigation system and usual navigation system. Your builds, yes. I might as well could be that. I was searching for this file. I have the AI module, but I do not have the navigation system one. That should do it. Probably. A conflicting instance of real virtual is already running. What? Come on, dude. Yeah, okay. It built successfully. I just want to check if this API thing was the actual trouble also. I don't think so, but I want to learn my lesson. Okay, I learned my lesson. I learned it. No. Okay, so now we have it working. And because it's working, we can use it in Unreal. So might as well open my project. Let's open my AI perception should work. I think so. Okay. This is another EQS testing phone. Gonna put my find good location. Not gonna find it. You know why. And this is the generate items from EQS, EQs, which I don't need. So this is should be the query. I mean to test it, right? And now it shouldn't be distance to query. It should be the reachable by stamina. Discard unreachable works the same, right? As the pathfinding. Let's see. So path exists. No, let's use the path length. And the scoring factor should be linear. No filter, so no range. Only score for now. You will see that the nearest one have a 0.2 score. This one has 0.5. This one has 1. And these ones are, well, spread around. You can't reach it with pathfinding, so it fails for those items. So now let's test it. With the one that I created. Again, only score. I believe my filter was broken, so yeah, let's only score. And oh, my scoring is all fucked up. Score clamping. Why can I? Why can't I change the scoring factor? Well, let's see if at least, yeah, it works by removing the ones that the points that are not reachable, right? This one, I mean, you can reach it barely, but the other ones you cannot, right? So it's working kind of. Okay. So let's let's figure out why I cannot filter, I mean score correctly. Filter class, escape unreachable. I don't think it has anything to do with this. Could it be anything to do with the fact that I put true? This, if I put true, should this work? Hopefully I don't crash. Let's see. No, this one. Length. Score I cannot filter. I also cannot filter. That's a problem. That's a big problem. Should be able to filter and score. So let's add what I'm missing, right? What else do I have to lose? And I will end up adding this. Let's add everything. Let's just add everything. And here it should be discard. Retro. This is after the get description details. So just remove this part. This part. And here. After the description details, I need to add this. This should be false. Should be false. And this, I'm sticking to it. This also should be false. Let's test it. And declare identifier? Where? Oh, let's just leave it like that. Come on. Just in case. No. Doesn't let me. I'll copy and paste everything. What can you do? Yeah, what can you really do? Copying and pasting everything, might as well create the child from this and override this part, maybe. I mean, I could have overridden this. And pretty much copy and paste the same. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I really don't like to copy and paste that much stuff. This is the name. Yep, that's the thing that I want to create. I'll just use the generated body. And I'll just override. With that, I don't really need anything here. Because everything else is being created by... Yeah, and just in case, I'll just insert the override and test. Should be the same, but I'm just using the override. I'll delete everything. And I'll just insert the definition. I would leave it like this. I'll compile it just to know that it's working. Seems like it is. Let me just, yeah. We have the test mode, cost, length. Yeah, it was taking it as if I was using only the path exist. Yeah, but now it should be working the same. Right. Yeah, I only want to score. I don't want the constant score. Nope. I just wanted to test. Okay, so now it's working. Now it's working. Now what I want to do is create the functionality for for my for my stamina to work, right? Because that's the main thing of this, right? And also I want to override the constructor if I can find it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
This is the destructor. Hmm. Let's just build it like this. In the run test, instead of just running the test, I need to make changes to the test. So I'll just copy and paste the test. And in the test, whenever I'm setting the score, which I'm setting a score here and here, what I want to set the score is with the checking if the stamina reaches this part. Pretty simple. First, I do need, well, I have already included my units, Sonnet unit actions. Here I will determine the max distance. I already have a max threshold value now that I think so, which I could just delete. No, no, let's not touch it. Let's not touch it. Max distance traveled by stamina. This should be a float. This should be a number. This number, I should get it from somewhere. If I remember correctly, I do have, I created a utility function, not a utility function, a blueprint function library that does the calculation for me. But if I want to use it here, then I do need to add it in C++. And this will be a float. This will be, how did I call it? In my blueprint function library. Get distance to travel. I don't like that name, but determine, that's a better name, determine distance or possible distance to travel based on stamina. And here I needed the stamina to spend, which is just a float. Not even a float, I need and that's pretty much it. Pretty much. Let's generate the definition. Need to return something. And we have that distance per stamina point, so let's just create it here. It should be equal 5.0 f because it's a float. And this should be the distance per stamina point multiplied, well, the stamina to spend multiplied by the distance per stamina point. I believe I'm not using this for anything, right? References. Yeah, it's not being used, so I will delete it from here just so I don't mix them up. And with this functionality, some of utility functions, I can probably get it. Determine distance, and I do need to add my utility functions. No. Determine distance. Determine possible distance. I need to do sinus. Determine possible distance to travel, and I need the stamina to expend. How much stamina do I wish to expend, or how much stamina do I have? So I do need the query owner, but I need it as an actor. Yeah, otherwise, and well, also, for now, let's leave it at 0. And here, let's check for this part, right? I already did something similar in my other test. And wanted you to show you. And it's getting that query owner. This is an object, we can cast it as an actor. Query owner gets get class, and I want to know if it's implementing the interface that I need. Entonces, when query owner get class implements the interface units on it. Yeah, Sonos unit actions. If it does, then this max distance travel should be equal to unit Sonos action execute Well, I do need the execute, but I want to get the stamina, which I don't have access to. So I do need to change. Where is my interface? I need to add that stuff. Units, status actions. Get team attitude, get weapon. Well, it will be very similar to this. Get berry percentage. And because I'm getting, let me put it near to the other getters. Get weapon range, get weapon accuracy. This is related to my unit. Get unit available stamina. Just like that. Let's save it. Now we can go to the unit. And in the unit, here are the overrides. Is a live implementation? No. Okay. Get available, get unit available stamina implementation. And this is what I want to generate the definition on. And I'm going to return. I need to get that information from my attribute set. Get health should be get stamina. That's good, right? So as unit get unit available implementation, we return this. Type is bool. Oh, type should not be bool. This should be a float. This should also be a float. Pretty good. Let's save it. Save the Sonos unit. Close it. Save this. Close it. We can close that. And now we can get the unit available stamina from the query owner. This available stamina will be the max distance traveled by stamina, but I do need to use my utility functions to make my current stamina into a distance. So we will put it inside here. And what's happening here? Oh, I'm receiving an int. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a float. Load. It is a float. It is a float. Was my bad. So let's compile everything just to see if I have an issue or not. Because that's just getting me the max amount of distance that I will be able to travel. And I have an error. Cannot access private member declared. Oh. No, I didn't want to open this part. Well, it should be very easy to fix. Let me just search all the places that I use one of these and see how it was being used. This is the declaration. Could this be better? Utility functions. Am I not using one of these in C++? Okay, I'm not using one of these in C++, only in blueprints. I mean, it's fine. Let me just find how to do it. But I will be taking a break now. I'll be going to eat. Hola, Leo. Y bueno, chao, Leo. Justo ya me estaba retirando. Éxitos.